for some reason it got disconnected. It's OBS. It's been doing that to me lately. I don't change a thing and it just decides to turn things off. Anyway, so I'm just using really thin copper wire to attach it at first, and that just keeps it bunched until I use the liquid or use the matting agent to form it. Because if you look, this is actually stiff. So. And the same company on Amazon makes this in 16th scale. It comes in a folded sheet. Hey, Alex. So I may have been a bit premature thinking that the Humvee was out of my reach. I've been watching the auctions that were more recent. A lot of them didn't sell. So, but it comes like this, right? And then you have to just take it and open it up like that. And then just keep rubbing it and pulling on it until it gets stretched out. I don't want to do it too much because I might use part of this on the Fennek. I need to find more pictures of it where I can see either how it's draped on the vehicle or how it's stowed. And then it also comes with white. So I've got to see who uses this style in the winter. Maybe I'll plan a winter vehicle of some sort. Yeah, we're still on track. I know Aries thinks I shouldn't, but I'm moving to a place where a four-wheel drive vehicle might be more suitable. And if I'm going to do any work on the Camaro, it's going to be down for a while. So I still need another vehicle. And if I'm going to get another vehicle, I'm going to get something I want. Frankie, what is up with you? You're just... Oh, you brought the puff over. Finally. Okay. Somebody wants to play fetch. You ready? Yeah? Go get it. There he goes. I want to get the camera so you guys can see more of the room. So when I play fetch with him, you can see him running off. Oh yeah, the Barracuda netting is awesome. In 16th scale, I attach it to stretched out gauze, so the gauze can simulate the actual net that's underneath. Where in this scale, it's effective enough. Did you bring it? Where is it? Where is it? Did you drop it? Where is it? Are you being a brat today? I'll play fetch with you later, okay, Frank? I'm trying to get this done now. But I'm loosely basing what I'm doing here on a couple of images. The one of the LAV with the netting on it is actually from the first Gulf War, not the service life extended one like this. But I like how it looks. It adds something interesting, and it fills in a lot of the dead space on the stowage that I just can't wrap my head around to fill in, you know? And I did get the driver sorted out. Remember how I was like, I can't get him to fit? I just shaved down the molly loops around his waist, and he dropped in like a glove. What? Let me move this and you can jump up then, okay? Come here. You are just begging for my attention today, boy. I'm not painting anything right now, so you can come up. Frankie! Come on. Come here, buddy. He shouldn't get in the camera like Allie. So, yeah, you're well behaved up here. I know that. Yeah, you are. You're a good boy. Yeah. Here, let's... There we go. Good boy. What was that? What? Hmm? Desk cat. Yeah? I've got a... I strategically tore it to go around the light. And can somebody click on the donation link again? I want to see if there's a pattern to it not working that's been going on. You don't have to donate. Just click on it and make sure it works, please. I did on my end, but I'm the owning end. Okay. Thank you. Alright, come on, get around the mirror. There we go. But yeah, for right now, all donations are going straight into savings. I'm going to update my Amazon link to my wish list. But yeah, donations are going to go straight to bank account. If you guys want to help support the stream by subject, that's one thing, but any donations, yeah. So I can just load up the wish list with, like, modeling supplies. Alex, there's gonna come a time where when you're just gonna say, enough, I have to make the leopard as it is. And I think we talked about this last time. Has the A8 actually entered serial production, or was it a demonstration vehicle? I'm still of the opinion it's a demonstration vehicle. Hi. What's the matter, bud? You've been really lovey-dovey. Or are you sensing that Arnie's going to be passing soon, too? Hmm? Who'd you fight with? You got a scabby there. Boop. Big boy. Alright. Now I've got this mostly arranged. Ah, I broke that off. Damn it. That's part of the Warlock antenna. Very fragile part. This needs more tearing. I need to start getting it to lay down using the flat coat. Oh, I see what you're getting at. It has the proper front end armor and the proper headlights, where the previous 16th scale 2A7 was strictly the German one, not the export one. So you essentially need the Leopard 2EX front end to combine with a Leopard 2A7 hull to properly do yours. Come on. Stay there for a second. And we still have to do more down this side. I just wanted to start back here and drape it again. I don't need as big a piece either, because I cut this into 3 pieces. And I've still only used 1 on the vehicle. So a little goes a long way. You're a big boy. Yeah, hard to believe 2 years ago, you fit in the palm of my hand. Yeah. 2 years ago. What are we doing, Big Stink? Okay. I just gotta remember to keep this over here, because if it's something he thinks I'm using, he'll try and rub his head on it for affection. And I don't need him knocking this over. Oh, he got down. Okay. So I don't know what this stuff is. It's a paper-like material, but not as absorbent, and is somewhat more elastic. So it doesn't tear or break as easily for this, which I actually like. But it's enough to be shaped like this. A lot of the pictures show like the headlights just being covered by this. I want to show off some of the details of the vehicle. You know, I don't want it just all being smothered in camo net. But this fixes it in place. It knocks it down some, so it gives it a sense of weight that it wouldn't normally have. And you can... it holds it in shape. It doesn't allow it to rise back up or anything like that. I'm not trying to glue it to the front plate here. I'm just trying to tease it and train it down. Plus, using the matte finish to do this makes it so you don't have to go back over it again for glue shine and things like that. So, and you can use other things to hold it in place, give it some drape. Frank stone, I can get this back up on the table. My other tweezers. There. I'm just using these to put weight on it and pull it down. I think I'm going to try and crush that down a bit more, or at least have it coming off the front like that. There we go. Let's move that back a little bit. So while that dries... Okay. I'm going to throw a little more on it. So I have a paint that matches the color of this. So like the copper wire, that, well, you can't see it right now, that I use to secure it, that will just look like a tan paracord or something when it's painted. Come on, go through both. God. Because I figure while that's drying, I can get a base coat on the crew. And I printed out a very nice cooler to go in the stowage basket at the rear, and then I can throw stuff around it. And then that will also get a my brain just shut down. I'm very tired. That will also get... Wow! Yeah. Oh, Air ID tarp. The orange tarp over that. So. Did I ever show you my 2A7 Plus demonstrator? Yeah. Beady, 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 that's all. No, it's been a day. Glad I'm off tomorrow. And then I work Saturday. Then I'm off Sunday through Wednesday. What, Frank? He is not leaving my side. Am I going to have a heart attack tonight or something? I don't smell toast, so I know it's not a stroke. Okay, this guy's got bare hands. Yeah. We're going to give him a olive green helmet, though. Are you speaking from experience? I understand that. I was just saying that because I know it's one of the more common things that happens when somebody's beginning to have one and they don't realize it. Before the face and all that start doing things. Have you had a chance to watch Alien Earth yet? No, I think if I am able to get the Humvee, I'm going to name it Arnie. And not for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, the weekend started, so... I didn't know if you plopped it on and started watching it when you got home. They say it's supposed to happen before Alien. What, you worked? Oh, that's right, it's my Friday, it's your fucking Thursday. Sorry. It's everybody's Thursday. So, Alex, go to bed. Unless you're off tomorrow, then you're fine. Hey, I'm allowed to be confused. I've had a very long day. Sorry, just thinking that it's my Friday. I'll just shut up now. Maybe I am having a stroke then. What now? I saw the comment about MBT naming it Aaron Gray. Is YouTube acting up again? Yeah, I don't seem to have missed anything. Yeah, Aries' little comment just came through. Weird. Now you're just being strange. Alex, we're also on Kick, too. which in terms of channel support means, you know, better returns to the viewer from there. Ooh, that I didn't know, and I didn't see that pop up. I don't see why they would censor that, but it could be something on your end, not mine. YouTube's being very strange lately. I'm probably not going to get too detailed on his feet because you're not going to see anything below the waist on any of these guys. But I can't help but do that. Okay, let's see how this is doing. Besides sticking to the tweezers. Okay. What color do we want our cooler? Blue, red, orange. There's got to be an orange Air ID tarp, so I'm thinking blue. Blue with a white top. Actually, let me do something on Twitch real quick. Actually, let me do it on Kick. Can I add tabs when I'm live? Let's find out. So how do I share the wish list again? Oh, I have to send out an invite. That's right. So how would I post that to... How would I post that? I'm biding time while shit dries too, so there's that. I don't know. Oh, that music's over. So how would I share a public wish list on Kick in one of the panels? Oh, copy link. Okay. And I'm just trying something here. How do I want to put this? One moment. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out on the fly. Okay. Create. Okay, exit. So this should take to the Amazon wish list. Okay. Try that. I edited the kick panels. So right next to the donation link, you'll see Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. Tell me where that takes you. M60A6s as in the machine gun? M60? It worked for me, but I own the list. Let me know if it works for you. If it does work, I'll add one to Twitch. Maybe. Okay. Alright, that's dry enough, I think. Spread this around a little bit so it doesn't build up and cause issues. Forgot I got a bit gloppy. But you also have that link, Aries. So you already have access to it. I need someone to click on it that doesn't. Alex, have you signed up on Kick? It's the same as Twitch, just more beneficial. Since we still need 3,000 hours of viewer time to even do anything on YouTube. Okay. Because we are going to be transitioning over to that more fully once things level out. I mean, I'm on all three, so whatever's easiest for you. We're both old farts, too. The main difference between Kick and Twitch right now is anything done for the streamer results in the streamer getting more than what Kick gives, or what Twitch gives. So that's why I went there. As it's more advantageous. I'll be on all three, but there will come a time that I'll probably stop Twitch. Maybe within the next year if YouTube kicks off. So, just whatever works for you right now is best for you. There's really no place to tie it to there. I don't want to put it down below here because that's the exhaust. Let me look at what they did. I could have sworn I left that picture up, but I guess I didn't. Ow. Yeah, they kind of went up and over. I may have to use a little bit of super glue just to tack it there. And then I can bring it here and maybe have it draped down and do something. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put a little tack of glue right here. As much as I don't want to, we need to kind of artificially help this along. Oh yeah. I've actually seen pictures, and I feel sorry for the Marines that whose gear it was. On the older LAVs where they didn't have this heat shroud over it, somebody had his stowage here by the exhaust when it was just the muffler with the pipe. And you could see where the diesel had just made his equipment black all the way through. And you could imagine the smell. If he had any uniform bits or anything in there, and for anyone watching, welcome to the channel. See, we got some people lurking on Kick. Welcome to the craziness. Or am I overdoing it with this stuff? But I want to keep it balanced. Okay. What we'll do is we'll start getting it to tuck in and around back here using the matting agent. And then we'll just play with it, see how it starts doing. If these guys are dry, not yet. If you're watching on Kick and you like the stream, please remember to follow. Follows are free. Yeah. And I don't think they had the Velcro panel system made for this. Not like they do for the Leopards. So are you just having trouble sleeping tonight, Alex? Or starting your weekend early? Still dog sitting? And the thing about the paper Barracuda is you've got to give it that heavy sense of the plastic film material that it's made of, which is why I'm doing this. It really gets it to lay down. I'm just not used to seeing you on this late on a Thursday. And I will be on earlier in the day tomorrow. Sunday might be up in the air. I'm really going to do my best to be up very early my time, so we're looking at like 6 a.m. and get my stream started then. But I have somebody coming over who's going to do the leaf springs on my car. So, well, if they need help, I might need to stop stream and assist as best I can. Given I'm not that physically capable anymore. Start getting that a nice drape. I don't like what that just did, so let's pull that open. There we go. Blow out some of the bubbles. Spread that around a little bit. And I guess I could be tearing holes into it a bit more too. But I think I'm doing okay by it right now. And I've done something like this in 16th scale on a Leopard 1, but I haven't done it in 35th scale. I might make another bundle here using some wire. Yeah. You'll be okay. just using the wire to bunch it like the crew tied it together. There we go. I'm probably going to come back along with the airbrush and just mist everything with a flat coat to even it out a bit. Oh, you're fine. Not everything is a joke, so if you need to be serious, be serious. Let's get that stuff down in there like that. I like that. And then this can hang down like that. Yeah, I like that. I like how that's possibly going to look right there. While I am doing my best to try and keep things in a more positive light as well, I understand that sometimes you just can't. And I myself have been told that I can be too serious at times, which I will 100% agree that I can. Stop sticking to the tweezers. The only drawback of doing it like this is the flat paint dries a little slower. But I don't want to use something like PVA glue or too much super glue, which could wind up leaving shine or frost marks. Let's get this on here, and then put you there. It's kind of like wallpapering, where you put the glue on the wall, then you go over the outside of the wallpaper to get it to stick down. It's a lot like that. There we go. It's starting to lay down now. Are you talking about guests at work? Okay. Yeah, today is my Friday, so I hope everybody's having a good day. And since I am off Friday, okay. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to use a little bit of creative supergluing right here, too. I really dislike this. I got the entire side down without doing this. But I think it also had more interesting points of contact to put the netting. And if this end feels too much, I can always tear it back. So yeah, I don't want to hide the shroud, but I want to give this a natural drape. You know what? Fuck it. It's camo netting. It's supposed to hide the vehicle, so let's hide the vehicle. Not literally, but I made this decision. I'm gonna live with it. Got the brush a bit too far down in the matte agent there. That's okay. Please get this on top of the rucksack. Sorry if I'm mumbling to myself. But as far as our alien discussion earlier, tentatively Alien Earth is playing out to be pretty decent so far. Unless it really goes off the rails, I don't see it doing any massive damage to the storyline. You know, the only thing I should say I dislike, they're showing the alien too animalistic. And by that I mean it doesn't feel intelligent like it did in Alien or Aliens. Come on, stuff in there. But one thing the show is doing right is it's not just about the alien itself. It is the showrunner. It's there in all its glory. But there's like 10 or more other creatures, not specifically like the Xeno, that they're beginning to explore in the course of the show. Maybe this bunch of material is just too thick. And I kind of have to wait for the material to be drying a little bit so I can get it to kind of stay down a bit more. Like, I don't have enough of this on it as it is. Whoa, that was close. There you go. Let's see what we can do here. Let's try and stuff this down. There we go. That's starting to do something more. Yeah. Okay. It's starting to do what I want it to. And we're going to be going back over it with the Vallejo fluids and stuff like that too. Because I want to tie in this with a little bit of the dust that's on it. But today's stream is probably going to be a bit short as well, because it is 6 o'clock already. And we're going to take care of this person on kick real quick. Bad. Oh, Ares just got him too. Same time I did. Simoban! Dun da da da! That feels a bit more natural. Not perfectly neat. I got that side neat, which I've got some ugly back here and up front where it could be expected. But I'm more interested in making sure it feels like a heavy plasticized cloth and not like paper. It's okay if it puffs up a little bit, but I really want it to be like sagged and tucked down around the stuff that's on here. Let me make sure the turret still fits with no issues. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Blowing the excess out from in between the openings. And I'm trying to curl it back on itself a little too. That's doing exactly what I wanted it to. I really like that. Why did Ares leave? No! I think Caster Labs is just being weird. It says you left on Twitch. Well, if you want to try it on one of your leopards, weird. Now you know how. And so what I use, you could probably use any clear acrylic matte finish. This is what I'm using. But Vallejo should work the same. Same as Revell. Italeri, whatever brand you prefer to use, their clear matte acrylic should do the work just fine. Because what I like is that it makes it nice and firm, gives it the drape, but it still has the texture. It doesn't flatten it out in terms of, like, it looks like the netting. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get it much better than that. So while this dries for a minute longer, I'm going to go do on Twitch what I did on Kick. So having access to the wish list, you should be able to just order something and have it sent to me, right? If you so choose to. That's if you want something done on the stream. You can say, hey, I'm going to get this, so this will be one of your next stream subjects. Because what I'm trying to do is not spend a lot of cash on stuff, so I can save it. I've got plenty of models to work on. Okay, where was I? There. But if you want to buy me paints, things like that, to help keep things going, more than welcome. Come on, there we go. Yeah, let's edit this panel to it. And that's okay. I update the list all the time. Okay. So the Amazon logo on Twitch should go to it now. There we go. Clearing stuff out notification-wise. Okay. There. So yeah, if you click on the Amazon logo, it takes you to my wish list. Or it should, anyway. And I know I've got that bare patch there. I could see this as a point where the crew would use to get up, using that, and that to get up on the vehicle. Okay, where is my oiled earth wash? I think that's the one that fell on the ground. Oh, hi, Allie. I didn't know you were jumping up. Hi, girl. Okay, did it wind up down? And Frank brought us Puff. Frank. Okay. So give me 1 second. I can't find my oiled earth wash. Where's my flashlight? There it is. Move, Frank. I can't see past your big butt. Okay, that is not it. And he brought the puff back. Ow. Go get it. Ah, blinding. Which means it's still up here. That's it. Because I'm going to try and use it to put the shadows in the uniforms. I'm trying some cheating methods here. See if it works. Ugh. I'll be on tomorrow, Alex, so... yeah, don't feel like you're missing out on much. If anything, we might just hold off on the Fennek today and concentrate on the LAV. We're also getting bombarded by cats who want to play fetch and sit on the chair. But you have a good night. Sleep well and Don't get buried in the bullshit at work. You know what you know what they don't. So, use that to your advantage. This could actually work out pretty well. Frankie, I'm really trying to stream. We can play more fetch later. So what I can do after applying the wash is now I can go back and dry brush downward and then No, he loves playing fetch. All the other cats, by the time they hit 2, stopped. Frank? Nope. It is his favorite game. And it's not something that we teach. And yes, I get the Super Troopers reference. It's not something that we teach him. He just does it. Arnie used to play fetch too. But he stopped. Oh, God damn it. There. Because the references I found around the time the service life extension LAVs were in service, the crews were wearing a dark tan khaki one-piece coverall. Very similar to Air Force flight suits. Not exactly the same, but very similar color. Were you gonna flip out on me? Nope. Okay. So those are going to need a minute to dry. While that's doing that, we can paint the cooler. I did print another one, but it was too big to do what I wanted with it, because I wanted one that fit right in here. But there, look at that. I think I might put this in one of the Humvees I'm building. Maybe have somebody opening it, break up a bunch of clear plastic to look like ice, and put drinks in it. Cooler. Brushes. Blue paint. I just need a good solid blue for cooler. No, that's dark Prussian. That'll work. But no, I've also been thinking about how much I've spent on models over even the past year. It's not good. It's borderline unhealthy. And now every time I feel like building a model, or not building, but buying a model, I'm just gonna put that money into savings. I'm a bit done. And I've also found someone to buy the refit. I don't think it's going to survive the trip to Washington regardless. Once I move up there, if I feel like doing it again, I can buy one and the decals and the lights, figure it out again. Probably do it better since I know more of what I'm doing now. Not that I think I did badly on the one I've got. But I've got the refit, the small Reliant, the TOS Enterprise, and a Katinga sold for about $3,000. Probably lowballing myself, but I gotta sell the stuff anyway. The less I have to take with me in 27, the better. Okay. Yeah, I don't really think I can get that to do any better than it already is. Okay. Now that has to dry. How are you coming? So I'm going to let all this dry for a minute, and we're going to take a quick get up and stretch break. So I'll be back in a few. If you've also been sitting here, get up and stretch yourselves. Alright, I'm back. I pushed it too hard at work today. Like, really pushed it too hard at work today. I think tonight might be one of the last nights that I just try and sleep in for the hell of it. What, Frank? You brought it back already? Okay. Wait. No, I actually pushed it real bad, and if I sneeze the wrong way right now, I'm gonna throw my back out. And yes, I know the song that you're referring to with that reference, but yeah, when I took my get up and move around break, I could feel how much the muscles in my back and legs had just tightened up from inactivity since I got home from work. Go. All right. Let that dry. There. Now let's get this little guy going. I want to see how this is going to work. I think these are mostly dry. Spread out the excess a little bit. I was wondering what this is building up to. Ow. Sorry, I'm just taking a minute. My back is really kicking my ass at the moment. Let's see what happens. Actually, let's advance this music a little bit, because this is almost over anyway. I do have to say I am genuinely... I can't talk today, can I? I am genuinely surprised by how this camo net has turned out. We're gonna have to do this the harder way, I think. Yep. Tiny brushes. Yeah, it was only $15 for the pack. Usually I at least use the dry brushing technique to kind of block in the highlights, so I can go back with a brush and do this, but I don't know, it's not working as I wanted it to. What are you two doing? And I'm not too worried about his legs as much as I want to get the arms and the plate carriers and all the rest looking good. Is that out of focus? Hold on. Did I? No, I didn't turn off the focus. Maybe there's just too much shit behind it. But it's like the autofocus hasn't really worked at all today. Oh, now it works. The fuck was that? Just to be safe. Yeah. Now, the figures might take a little longer, because I'm not trying to hide anything with a camouflage pattern. I actually have to get things to stand out and look appropriate. this is not going to work. Let me play around a little bit with the paint and see what I can do. Maybe I just need a different tone of brush. There we go. We've done a lot of different things in this model, though. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. And honestly, I've been just impulsive on like what I'm deciding to do with it. Because it seems like before, if I try and plan out a model, like if I try and say, I want to make this and that and have this and that, it's like I can never get the full picture to gel. But with this, I'm just kind of saying, okay, that worked. What else can I do? And I'm just kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And so far, I have to say I like what's sticking. I'm happy with how the printed parts turned out. I like how the model overall looks. This one's generally just been a good experience, so I'm happy. Because I know a lot of others were, you know, sometimes the model just shits on you and you don't want to finish it. You don't want to touch it, you put it away, you think, okay, I'll finish it later. And then you never do, and it's moved around the world with you 5 times, and you're like, well, what the hell am I going to do with this now? So it just feels good to every now and again have a model work. We'll play with that a little bit more. We'll get the face blocked in, I'll get the helmet blocked in. Find some real pictures, see if I can do some different tones between the plate carrier and the uniform. We'll get the others up to par on that, though. Go in with the base color first. Gets the uniform back to its original tone. Same with this guy. But I am very much looking forward to having these 4 days off. I know I just had that trip to Universal and all that recently. That was a lot of time on the road, and it wasn't restful. And that's the big thing I'm kind of looking for right now, is just to have a restful 4 days off. You know? Maybe just decide to stay up all night and do a 24-hour stream or something stupid. I don't know. I don't think I could actually do that. I think I would pass out halfway through. I don't have that crazy gamer energy anymore. I remember there was a time working mids. I would get off on Thursday night, Friday morning, and I would not sleep again till that Saturday, or no, that Saturday night, Sunday morning. Just because I felt like the mid shift took so much of my time that the only way to, get things done that I wanted to do was just to stay up for 2.5, 3 days straight. Itch. That reminds me. I need to check on something to see if anything's updated. Still set to arrive by the 25th. But it's not saying it's shipped, which I don't like. let's work a little more pinpoint. I want these figures to dry a little bit more. They still felt kind of tacky. Now I need to go back to I'm just looking for some in-theater pictures so I can get the weathering down more. I don't want to say precisely, but more, you know, I can get it feeling more properly gritty. Okay, I can do a lot more on top. Yeah, we're gonna pull some more dust out on the top and outline some more details, I think. Okay. Frank. So I'm going back in with the desert dust, and we're just going to start dotting it around and applying it here and there. I don't want to overpower the base paint, but I really want the dust to read through a bit more strongly. Doesn't look like I'm putting much on, but when this dries, you'll be able to tell. And I'm probably just going to do a simple groundwork base. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago. Some so-called landscaping rocks. But I really do like how subtle the Vallejo effects are. Usually it takes 2 or 3 applications to really start noticing a build-up. So they really give you plenty of time to work in things. So, yeah, we might be finishing this up in the next stream or two. Let's see if it does anything up here. Probably not. Hey Fenrir, how's it going? Hammer time. Wow, this one even gave a phone number. Everybody should call that number. Or send that number to the call scam centers. Okay. So you guys want to see another short on YouTube at this stage? Showing the camo net done, but not everything done quite yet? you can see how putting this layer on. Sorry, caught off my own cord. Right. Is beginning to put that dusty film on. And that's what I'm trying to aim for a little more. That feels a little more legit. And you can see how that texture paste I used is also picking up the dust effects. And it's really adding just to the body of the texture on it. God, I wish I could buy one of these at a GovPlanet auction. I think Jen would kill me if I came home with an armored amphibious RV. And yes, I have taken something for my back. That's how bad it is if it's still hurting me now. Same thing with the turret. Any place these guys would walk a lot would just have a ton of dust. So I think tomorrow we'll concentrate on the figures for this, the stowage, and balancing out the dust effects a little bit more, and probably make the base. We are not too far away from the end on this one. And then we can concentrate on the Fennek, which will be kind of a lot more of the same. But I want to kind of go for a slightly less dusty and more European look, which can be just as dusty, you know. It would literally look exactly the same depending on the training area, um, and how powdered the dirt they were running around in is. Because if it's ground down to like a talcum powder consistency, it's going to do the same exact thing. Be neat if I could get some 25mm shell casings just to put on the hull here and there. Wow, that is starting to look really nice. I know I'm always tinkering on stuff, but this is the first time in a long time that I've really concentrated on a 35th scale real world subject. Not a sci-fi thing, not an anime thing, but just a real world thing. And I can see why I liked it before. I think stepping away from the model club is allowing me to see it fresh on my own and not feel like I have to play keeping up with the Joneses. Not that I felt like that, but there's always that pressure that you got to use the latest thing, do the latest thing, you know. Oh, the paint brand you're using is 5 years old. It's out of date, you know, that kind of shit. No. If it sticks and it changes the surface color, then keep using it. So I'm happy, and thank you everybody who's been here kind of just watching and listening and lurking and whatever else you've been doing. Thank you very much. We're not really going to see the underside of that. I'm just trying to kind of tie it in if you see it through the wheel wells or something. To be fair, this is probably the kind of break I needed from 3D printing big figures and stuff like that anyway. It allows me to see what I enjoy in the hobby again, and I'm not just like... Yeah, I'm not feeling pressured to slap MIG shit all over it, or ammo, or any of the other brands that all the so-called celebrities and names in the hobby are throwing on their shit. Yeah, let's get the inside of the tires a little dusty. And you notice I'm not being particularly neat about it anymore either. I'm being pretty sloppy and ugly. Which you can. But yeah, let's see if I can get that to show up. Yeah, you see how the dirt and dust are kind of mixing together here to give a neat little texture? And if you do see it pooling up a little bit, you can always dab it off while it's still a bit damp, which will help aid in the dusty look because you're spreading it around a little bit. We're just stippling with what we have on the brush too, to just see if we can just put a gentle hint of it. Sorry, guys. I've been up since 5:30 this morning as well, so if you ever see me exhausted in a stream, that's why. But it's that fine ground talcum powder nature of the dust, which is why I'm not too afraid to slather this thing in it. Because that's just how it is. That's how it looks. Okay. There we go. I hope I can get some pictures that'll really make this look good. But I think we've reached a point for stopping for now. It's been just over 2 hours, but for getting back into the weekday streams, I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is going. Still some more stowage to deal with on the turret and some other little things there. Figures tomorrow, stowage. Might even get to the base for the groundwork. We'll play it by ear and see what we do. I might wake up tomorrow morning and just want to work on the Fennek. Who knows? But yeah, I'll end stream here. And yeah, pick up tomorrow morning.